Today we're talking impressions and CTR. I'll go ahead and give it away. CTR stands for click through rate. But have you heard that word impressions in these YouTube streets, but don't really know what it means? Well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the first thing first. Impressions. So there's a lot to share about impressions. And if you want the full live stream where I pulled these clips that you're going to see today, check out episode 81 of Shop Talk. It's all about impressions and click-through rate and how to use these metrics to get more views on your content. To grow your channel, of course. That's what we do. We're creators helping creators. An impression is the number of times that the YouTube supercomputers show your thumbnail to viewers, not just in the US, but to viewers anywhere all over the world, based on the content that you're presenting, based on the viewer's interest. Those two things have to match in order for the YouTube supercomputers to send out your thumbnail to more devices. So, that's a pro tip. What would viewers like to see from you and your channel? The closer those things are aligned, you're going to get more impressions. The YouTube supercomputers are going to send out your content to wider and wider audiences so that viewers can give it the click. You're responsible for the CTR by creating the best thumbnail that you can. But then it's the YouTube supercomputers, the algorithm that is responsible. They are solely responsible for how many times your thumbnail gets shown. No impressions, meaning if your thumbnail is only put out on 10 devices all over the world, and y'all, sometimes it is just that small. And it's just that small for things like this is your first time ever uploading a video ever, because you like to run that shorts game. So you don't have very much long format content, if any long format content at all. Because, hey, shorts are your thing. Friend, shorts are everybody's thing. Okay? Because they're so easy to make. You're going to get hundreds, if not thousands of views on them, and they are a path to nowhere. I'm so sorry to break that to you. So when you don't get impressions, it's typically because the YouTube supercomputer doesn't know who or what you are. So just keep posting. And the more consistently you post, the more impressions you're going to get, because the YouTube supercomputer will then be able to figure out what kind of content you create, and then they'll know right where to put your thumbnails. And they're going to put them on devices with viewers and with other content creators who create similar content as yours. Impressions, again, is the YouTube supercomputer being the YouTube supercomputer using its algorithm to determine how widely should we put out you, the content creator's thumbnail. And it's a number, a hard number. But it has the potential to grow as long as you get good engagement signals. Lots of thumbs up, lots of positive comments down in the chat and in the comment section. All of those send clear indicators that this is content that folks are wanting to see and see more of. Shop Talk, for instance. We want to thank content creator Grant's faithful GLP-1 journey. You want to stick and stay, Grant? You are featured today. So just in case you didn't know, I do put out lifestyle content on my channel. My channel is a lifestyle channel, in addition to 3 live streamed episodes of Shop Talk each week. So thank you for being here. But I wanted to take a look and share with you some of the impressions and the views and the click-through rate for one of my videos. It was a country breakfast. And I actually ended up recording this live and then repurposed that content. Y'all, these are all the things that I teach you how to do on ShopTalk. So let's look at the analytics for this video. It says that I got 250 views based on the 2,411 impressions. YouTube showed my thumbnail 2,411 times all over the world. And from that, I gained 250 views of my content, giving me a click-through rate of 7.8%. So now I bet you want to know more about the click-through rate and how is your click-through rate related to your thumbnails and your impressions. So starting out as a small YouTuber, you're going to see that your click-through rate hovers around 2 to 3%, especially if you're making your own thumbnails. When we talk about the click-through rate, we're talking about the thumbnails, the picture, and the words on the thumbnail. If you use AI to help you generate thumbnails, then you're usually going to get a higher click-through rate. That's a pro tip from KendyK. And yes, friends, KendyK will actually show you step by step how to use AI for free to make outstanding thumbnails to get to a higher click-through rate. But once you get between 4 and 6%, YouTube will start sending you out. They'll start putting more impressions of your thumbnail on more devices. They're doing a test with your content. As soon as you hit between 4 and 6% click-through rate. And then once you get to 7 to 10%, oh yeah, you're rolling. You're rolling in, you're getting views, and folks are liking your content. And those are good signals because then YouTube will respond accordingly. As you create new content, they will give you even more initial impressions, more than they had with the previous content. Do you see? It's a do loop. It is a do loop. Absolutely. Yeah, but they'll start that testing at 4%. So always be looking at that click-through rate because you know the click-through rate is going to signal the YouTube algorithms to push your content out to more devices. And that count is called the number of impressions. Thank you all for being here. This is Shop Talk and this is KendyK all day. So returning viewers are perhaps one of the best signals that you could ever give to the YouTube supercomputers. I'll say that again. Having and retaining return viewers on your content is one of the biggest metrics that you could give the YouTube supercomputers to grow your channel. Create content that makes viewers want to watch, so much so that they return to watch your newest content over and over and over again. Returning viewers start as viewers. They discover you. They might see your thumbnails in the browse mode. They might search for something in YouTube, having never saw you, but you added hashtags, SEO keywords, and YouTube pushed out your thumbnail to that viewer and they made the click. But once they got there, they liked what they saw. They liked how you showed up in the world. They liked how you solved a problem for them, gave them some ideas to think about. So they decided to subscribe or at least return, meaning they continue to watch more and more of your content. Anytime you get a new viewer and they hit the like button or the subscribe button or drop a comment, any of those look like and feel like positive engagement to the YouTube supercomputers. YouTube is automatically going to give that viewer more of your content. but they still have to give it the click.
Here's one of those great free resources that is already embedded in YouTube Studio, the Content Creators app, given directly to every creator directly from YouTube. Y'all, it's a free resource. It's AI for the YouTube creator.
You get them all from YouTube Studio. But friends, I want to share with you one of the untapped resources that so many YouTube creators just simply are not using, or they're underutilizing this feature. And it's the Ask a Studio feature. Up in the upper right hand corner, when you go down into the desktop edition of YouTube Studio, it's also available to you from the YouTube Studio app. But I always try to point content creators, if you really want to be here for the long haul as a YouTuber, you want to be using the desktop edition, the full version of YouTube Studio. And you open that directly through a browser, not through the YouTube Studio app. But you click on the Ask Studio feature, it looks like a black diamond shape. You find it up there next to the bell for your notifications. Up in the upper right hand corner, once you're in YouTube Studio, the full desktop edition. And if you hover over it, it turns from black to a bright fuchsia pink, my favorite pink color.
Thank you for being you. Thank you for rocking and riding with me in these YouTube streets. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Shop Talk. This time, a long form video. I told you we're leveling up in 2026. And if you'd like to go with me, then join me for Shop Talk on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and as always, the Sunday edition. It's creators helping creators to grow on YouTube.